Well, hey y'all, welcome to a Friday's R4U on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. And I'm out here sitting in front of my house, and I just wanted y'all to see these pretty flowers right here in my bed there. A little flower box, a window box, whatever. And my sunflowers here that my sister actually gave to me. I've got 4 of them up and down through here, but this one's the prettiest. It's the one that's got the most blooms on it and everything. Anyway, I'm out here and it's been raining on and off. Man, we've had rain for the past 3 or 4 days, and man, we've needed it so bad. It's so awesome. And we've got a little break because it's basically been a shower and it'll stop, and then it'll shower and it'll stop, and it's just been great, man. Giving the soil the time to soak this water up. Anyway, we've been needing rain bad. We've been in a drought here in Tennessee. So anyway, it may rain on me while I'm doing this. I don't really care. But what I've got for you today on Friday's R4U is something from the who is it? It's the Lexington Brewing Company out of Lexington, Kentucky. It says the beer of Bourbon Country, life of the barrel. And what I've got is a Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout today. It's aged in oak bourbon barrels at a 12% ABV. I have had several of these Kentucky Bourbon Barrel ales. Man, they've all been good. I got no complaints against them, but I've not had their Imperial Milk Stout. And y'all, I know, okay, so if you're not familiar with stouts, I always thought a milk stout sounded disgusting. And the same with a breakfast stout. It just sounds gross. Oatmeal breakfast stout sounds gross. Chocolate stout sounds gross. Milk stout sounds gross. I mean, if you're not familiar with what different kind of stouts and beers are, it just sounds kind of disgusting. But since I've started doing these videos and trying different beers, which before, 2019, I think is when I first started doing these. 2019, I think. And Budweiser was my go-to. I mean, I just drank Bud and that's it. And then I started, trying different beers, and I've expanded my my taste in beer. So I've learned a lot about beer in the past 5 years, going on 6, whatever. Anyway, when I thought of a stout, I thought of a Guinness. When you say stout, I think Guinness. That's, what else is there? But then you get into, looking and finding these different things. Y'all, I used to be a one beer guy. Budweiser was all I drank. And in 2019, I started expanding my horizons, and I found that, man, I love a lot of different kind of beers. And actually, a Yuengling premium beer is my go-to now. It's only a 4.5% ABV, and you got to buy it by the case, but I can get it for $20. I can get a case of them for $20 here in Bell Buckle. I have a hard time finding PBR or a Miller or any of those others for $20 for a case. A lot of people can find them, different prices, but not me. I got to pay quality, high dollar, whatever. Anyway, we're going to try this Bourbon Barrel Imperial Stout today at a 12% ABV out of Lexington, Kentucky. And like I said, I've had several of these, and I've enjoyed them all. This one is good till, or it was whatever. I can't hardly read it. I don't care. See if I can get any head on it at all. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that reverse cascade. And I hope y'all can see that. I can see it. Beautiful tan head on that thing. And I poured it just perfect. I don't know how I did that, but it's right there at the rim. The bubbles on the side are kind of fine bubbles, but they're a little coarse on the top here. Let's see what the nose is. Alright, so this Imperial Milk Stout, I'm getting kind of a chocolatey coffee note off of it in the aroma. Now most of the time when I do one of these Kentucky bourbon barrels, usually I get a very significant bourbon aroma coming off the head. I'm not getting it in this one. It's more of a coffee, chocolatey type note is what I'm getting. But man, that's a pretty brew. It's just nice and dark. Of course, it's been raining. I got a little bit of, I can't say anything through it. The sun is not out, but it's right behind these clouds. It's the brightest it's been all day. So I decided to come out here and do these in front of my sunflowers and my flowers in my, right there. I just think they're pretty. But nice burnt motor oil dark. And a chocolatey coffee aroma. Let's see what the head tastes like. That's freaking delicious, man. Dadgummit, it's almost like a dessert. You know how, all right, yo, so I'm from the South, y'all, and chocolate pie is one of my favorite desserts. Now, when I say chocolate pie, I'm talking about, you know, it's got the crust on it, and then it's almost like a solid pudding. A real thick pudding for the pie itself. Maybe, you know, not so thick it run off your fork, but you know, a thick pudding, and then the meringue, which we always call calf slobber down here in the South. If you know what calf slobber is, you know what I'm talking about. Chocolate pie. Man, that's what this head tastes like to me. Man, it's just freaking like a dessert, man. And it's a milk stout. It's not a chocolate stout. I've had several chocolate stouts that have been really good too, but this is a milk stout, but it has that, I got a coffee aroma off of it, but I'm getting just chocolate flavor in the head. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to switch it just in case. All right. Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout, 12% ABV, y'all. That's what we got here, a 12% ABV. And man, that head is delicious. Of course, since I've already taken a sip of it, I can't really get a nose on it like you can. Y'all, I don't know if y'all understand it or not, but after you taste something, a lot of times it's kind of hard to smell it. That's just part of the tasting process, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, I'm not a damn scientist. I don't know. I just know that if I take a sip of the damn beer or the head and then try to smell of it, I can't smell it. There's some kind of scientific bullshit to back that up, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, I don't really care. I'm this dumb old redneck here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee that likes to drink beer and love on folks. And not in a bad way, in case you've got a dirty mind or some kind of crap like that. All right, so beautiful dark beer. This Imperial Stout, Imperial Milk Stout from a Kentucky Brewers, Lexington, Kentucky Bourbon Barrel, whatever. This is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for the hard work that you do to provide for yourselves and your families and pay your own way just like I do. I love and appreciate y'all. Go out and vote, man. And when you vote, don't vote skin color, don't vote hair color, don't vote, you know, stupid party line bullshit. Vote for what you think will actually do the best for our country. Whichever side of the aisle you think that is, you know, vote. Go out and vote. And let's make our country great again. I love and appreciate y'all. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Man, I tell you what, if you've never tried a stout, if you don't care nothing about stouts, man, y'all, you got to try this right here. Now, I'm getting a little bit of the bourbon flavor in the body of it, but I'm also getting chocolatey flavor, which just sounds just gross as shit, man. Who wants to drink whiskey with chocolate? That's the flavor I'm getting off of it, man, but it's delicious. It's just, you're getting the chocolate flavor, and then the finish is like, you can get off me, fly. You can get that bourbon. Now, you don't have a bourbon burn, but you got the bourbon flavor backing up the chocolate flavor when you first take a sip of it, man. And it's strange, but it's delicious. I just got to tell you. It's just an unusual experience, and it's good. I'm gonna score it an A, man, because it's just surprisingly delicious. I have never eaten a piece of chocolate and then chased it with whiskey or vice versa. I've never done that, but that's almost like what it is here, without that whiskey burn. You get that bourbon flavor on the back side of that chocolate flavor when you take a sip of it. It's good, man. It's very good. If you ain't never, give this Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Imperial Milk Stout. Give it a try if you ain't never, man, because it's 12% ABV and you cannot tell it. Now, you know, you may confuse the bourbon flavor that's coming in with the chocolate as a boozy type flavor. I don't really consider it a boozy type flavor. I can taste the bourbon, but it doesn't have that burn. A boozy flavor to me has a little more of a offsetting type flavor. It's not really that good. A boozy flavor is not to me. As far as beer goes, I'm not really a hard liquor drinker. I don't care much for whiskey or any of that kind of shit. I'll drink some wine from time to time, but my preference is beer. But that does not, that don't mean that I can't appreciate the flavor of bourbon when it comes through in the beer itself. It does not have that bourbon burn, and it's good, man. It's a oaky bourbon type flavor. And this one, it just complements the flavor of the brew, in my opinion, on this particular brew here. Some of the bourbon flavor in other beers maybe kind of overpower what you would think you would want to enjoy in a beer if you get too much of that bourbon flavor. This one right here, especially in this stout, man, I mean, it's just freaking delicious. It's like a dessert beer. You could have have you a good steak meal, a good seafood meal, something like that, good and fill you up, and then enjoy one of these right here as a dessert. Man, it's all over, man. It's 12% ABV, so it sets you in the right. You have this, just enjoy it as a dessert after a good meal like that, and you're set, man. 12% ABV, you're good to go. I wish I had a big steak. I wish I had a big steak and potato to go with this thing right here, man. This is delicious. I'm gonna score it an A, man. It's definitely an A. It's verging on a damn A plus with the flavor it's got. Pretty damn close. I'm hesitant to give it an A plus, but it's awful close. All right, y'all. That's been a Friday's R4U this week. Tomorrow I've got a showdown Saturday to do for you. I got a couple of Pilsners, one out of the Czech Republic, one out of Germany. We're gonna match them head to head and see what we come up with. So y'all stay tuned. Take care. Love and appreciate y'all. Cheers. It's so good. Damn it, it's good.